Welcome. In this demonstration, we will show you how an inbound phone call is matched with contact records in your ACT database and a screen notification is provided. To do this, the first thing we need to do in our ACT demo database is we need to find somebody to hold our test phone number. This is an international person. Let's find somebody in the United States. How about Jim Curtis? So we're going to put in our test phone number in here. And then save the record. And then let's just for fun go and look at some other record. Well, Colleen. How about Colleen? And then minimize it. Now while we're waiting for the phone call, I prepared this slide to explain how this is working. As I mentioned, anytime your phone is plugged in and on the network, it is connected and talking to the Axiom Voice over IP service. So no matter what's going on with ACT, no matter what's going on with your computer, your phone will ring. Now when the user first sits down on their computer, they log on to the ACT for Web system. This system is typically housed in a data center, such as Remote Technology Group does. When they log on, the web page is downloaded to their client machine. The next thing they do is they click on the plugin. The plugin establishes a connection to the Axiom Voice over IP service almost exactly the same way the phone does. Now, when a phone call is made or received, that information is sent both to the phone or received from the phone or sent to the plugin or received from the plugin. Therefore, when a new call is presented, that information is sent both to the phone as well as to the plugin. The phone begins to ring and the screen on the phone shows you the caller ID information. The ACT plugin has to do one more step. The ACT plugin has to send the caller ID information to the database, do a lookup to see if a match is found, and then return the information back to the user. Because of this, there is a slight delay of about a half a second between when the phone rings and the caller ID display shows, or the notification display shows on your screen. Listen carefully to when you hear the phone and when you see the call notification. Dial our phone here. And there is Mr. Jim Curtis. Now we'll dismiss this call and we'll move on to the next scenario. In the next scenario, what happens if somebody calls from a restricted or blocked caller ID? Well, because we know at the plugin level right here that the phone number has been blocked or restricted, we do not look up the contact. There's nothing to look up. So we simply display the screen toast right away with an unknown contact and a private number. Just like that. In the final scenario, what happens if the information, such as the caller ID information, is available, but there is not a person in your ACT database that matches that record? Now this can happen for two reasons. Reason number one, you just don't have this person in your ACT database. Reason number two, you do not have this person in your select set. See, understand that this lookup is occurring against the users that this person has access to. So if Jim Curtis, in our scenario here, is not a member of your select set, then you will not see him as a match when the call comes in, even though he may exist in the main database. Let's switch back to Mr. Jim Curtis and remove his number so you can see the final notification. Let's just change this. 79. Okay. Go back to our list view. Again, it really doesn't matter. And now let's wait for dial our final call. And here it comes. This is a caller with unblocked caller ID. However, we do not have the contact. And in this case, we get an unknown contact with an unknown phone number. And that's it for this scenario. Thank you for watching the presentation on inbound phone calls.